ever experienced eating food that have been past of date or food that has not been cooked properly, and yet for the reasons it caused something bad to your body? Well, that is caused by a foodborne disease. What is a foodborne disease? A foodborne disease is a disease of an infectious or toxic nature caused by biological, chemical, or physical agent that have entered into our body using digesting food. Taking food that has been contaminated with organisms or harmful chemicals may result an illness causing foodborne infection and foodborne intoxication. What is foodborne infection and foodborne intoxication? And what's the difference between these two? The foodborne infection and foodborne intoxication are the most common causes of foodborne disease. In the case of foodborne infection, it causes by the ingestion of food containing live bacteria which grow and establish themselves in the human intestine tract. While on the other hand, foodborne intoxication causes by digesting food containing with toxins formed by the bacteria which result from the bacterial growth in the food item. There are many types of foodborne disease, and most of them have the same symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, headache, nausea, and even more. In this video, we will going to give you 3 types of most common foodborne disease.
What is cyclosporiasis disease? Cyclosporiasis disease is a diarrheal illness caused by the protozoan parasite. People become infected with this disease by consuming food or water that has been contaminated with feces that contain with parasite. Where you can get this kind of disease? Foodborne outbreaks have been linked to various types of fresh produce. It is including a raspberry, basil, cilantro, snow peas, and misplant and romaine lettuce. If you have cyclosporiasis disease, you can feel a watery diarrhea, loss of appetite, bloating, and fatigue. If you have that kind of symptoms, well, to prevent that, avoiding water or food that could be contaminated with feces, then rinsing fresh fruits and vegetables thoroughly before eating, and wash your hands with warm water and soap after touching fruits and vegetables.
Did you know that Gargiasis is a type of foodborne disease? So, what is Gargiasis? Gargiasis is a diarrheal illness caused by Giardia intestinalis. This is a one-celled microscopic protozoan parasite that lives in the intestine of people and animals. A disease should have symptoms. So, what are those? Are you willing to know? Yes! 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 Gargiasis can cause dehydration and diarrhea, and waterborne disease. Where can we find Gardsia? Think, think, think. Aha!
A few moments later.
Gardsia can be found on the surfaces or in the soil, in the food that we eat, or in the water that we drink that has been contaminated with feces from infected people or animals. How can we prevent those Gardasis disease?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Aha! The best way to prevent Gardsia infection is to practice good hygiene.
Wow!
Frequent hand washing and should not drink contaminated water.
Okay.
And should peel or wash fresh fruit and vegetables before eating.
Oh my god! Wow!
What is listeriosis? Listeriosis is a serious infection caused by the germ Listeria monocytogenes. People usually become ill with listeriosis after eating contaminated food. The disease primarily affects pregnant women, a newborn baby, and older adults, and people with weakened immune system. What happened to a person who has a listeria? A person with listeriosis will have a fever, muscle ache, and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms such as nausea or diarrhea. If infection spread to the nervous system, symptoms such as headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, or convulsion can occur. What are the first signs of listeria? Symptoms might begin a few days after you've eaten contaminated food, but it can take 30 days or more before the first sign and symptoms of infection begins. If the listeria infection spread to your nervous system, signs and symptoms can include headache, stiff neck, fever, chills, muscle aches, nausea, or diarrhea. How does listeria get into the food? Listeria monocytogenes is found in soil and water. Vegetable can be contaminated from the soil or from the manure used as fertilizer. Animal can carry the bacterium without appearing ill and can contaminate food of animal origin such as meat and dairy products. The bacterium has been found in variety of raw foods such as uncooked meat and vegetables, as well as processed foods that become contaminated after processing. How do you get rid of listeria? Listeria bacteria are not killed in a cold environment or refrigerators and freezers. They don't grow as quickly in cold environment, but they can survive freezing temperature. Those bacteria are more likely to be destroyed by heat. So heating processed food will kill the bacteria.